On this week's episode, we start a half hour later because there are 3 boxes to fill in. And Scott says, it's the same thing in the top 2 boxes. I go, no, it's not the same thing. I go, I've never seen it, but I know it's not the same thing. Well, put it in there what you put in there. He goes, well, I do this and I copy this here. And then finally, after about the 10th time of him saying, it's the same thing in both boxes, he finally clicks on it. I go, no, pick the one that's not the same. Pick the one that's not the same. And guess what? It worked. It's amazing. So we started the show a half hour late, ran it about 10 minutes longer. So it's going to be a shorter show, but I hope you enjoy the truncated show of the Scott Thomas adventure.
Is that anything like short people ain't got nobody?
Whatever you want it to be, because no matter what I tell you, even when I show you, it's not the same. One of these things are not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. And you're like, they're all the same.
Steve, I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Welcome to the Don't Know Show. It's your time to unwind and leave your worries behind. This is a show hosted by a robot and a person who thinks they do the same thing every time, but they don't. They do something different. And then they argue with you for a half hour. This is what I do every time. I'm telling you, this is what I do every time. And then when you finally drill down into it and it's actually something different, he then argues with you. He goes, well, that's what I was doing.
Every time.
But he wasn't. So I'm the robot. I'm Steve.
And I'm the human. I'm Scott.
Who does the same thing every time. And
this is a tale of how the robot Steve has been berating me for 45 freaking minutes.
I haven't been berating you. I keep asking you the same question.
Oh, no. You don't do the same thing every time because you're a robot, remember?
I do the same thing every time. I'm a robot.
Oh, see? You've been rubbing off on me. I do the same thing every time. You do the same thing every time.
Now, you need to copy and paste that other one with the code for the thing in there. So, again,
Oop. That was weird. But, anywho's, it could be much, 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 much more worser.
No, it is much, much, much more worser. Because I can't help you if you won't, listen, or you won't, but you don't even know what you're doing. What'd you have for lunch today?
What did I have for lunch? Oh, I had something different for lunch today. I had a breaded pork cutlet, gravy and mashed potato sandwich.
But we're going to talk about what we've noticed is going on in the world today.
Stuff happens, you know.
First thing we're going to do is talk about why we're so late. But yeah, it's very frustrating, Scott. Yeah, I know that you tell me, oh, I do the same thing every time. I do the same thing every time. But you're not doing the same thing every time. And then you don't remember what the same thing is. So let's talk about pictures behind us really quickly. And let's talk about what you did or didn't do today for lunch. And today's going to be a really short show, folks. Just because.
Yeah.
All right, so stop looking up there. You're not going to fix anything else. Let's go.
I don't have the screen to look at, so that's
don't
why
care.
I was looking at.
Look at the picture behind
you. I'm looking at you.
What that is. Isn't that the same picture you had last time?
No, this is my neighbor's yard. These are paper whites. They're in bloom. The other one was
it looks just like yours, though.
It's similar.
It does.
No doubt, because you're seeing this stuff here.
Yeah, but the same shape, too.
Yeah.
Remember, it wasn't all the way around? It was crescent shaped?
Well, there were 2 different units. This one's just 1 unit.
Nobody wants to see your unit.
That's not true.
All right, then stand up and show us.
No, you're not the ones that I do that for. They pay me for that.
We can't have... yeah, right. You wish.
I get $2 a minute.
If they paid you for that, we wouldn't be on this show right now.
You don't know everything, Steve.
Your OnlyFans would be on a cruise. Just
because you're a robot, you only know what the data has been given to you.
We'd be on a cruise.
So, anywho's, that's what that is. And why is yours cut off? I can't see the top. I can't see the bottom. Why is that?
Some of the stuff. Because there was just a list of stuff I thought was funny. Fun facts about food. And now it's time for Steve Allen with fun facts about food. What is the most stolen cheese in the world? Oh, cheese is the most stolen food in the world. Did you know that, Scott? What
No, I did not.
vegetable? What vegetable can absorb Wi-Fi signals?
What vegetable can absorb Wi-Fi? Fig. How about a cucumber?
No, potatoes.
Potato. Oh, that's right, because potatoes have their own electronic signature, which is weird.
You can see the next one.
Oh, the average person eats about 35,000 cookies in a lifetime. I did that last week.
You're above average.
Yeah.
The world's most expensive pizza costs $12,000.
Is that the one that's got the gold flakes in it?
I think that might be the one that the guy bought with the Bitcoin, but that's today's prices. Back then, it didn't cost that much. So who knows?
Okay.
That could be a lie. The world's most expensive tea is $1.2 million per kilogram. Chewing gum was invented by accident. The average American eats about 2,000 pounds of food a year. Here's one for you.
That would make you a 2-ton Tessie.
Here's one for you. Is a watermelon a fruit or a vegetable?
Watermelon is, I just read this too. Watermelon is considered a vegetable. That's correct. Because the seeds are on the inside.
It's both.
Both.
Considered both. Trick question. Both. Considered both a fruit and a vegetable. Ketchup was once used as a medicine.
Yeah, because
you grow rhubarb?
Eat it. No.
Be good. Did you know rhubarb leaves are poisonous?
Yes.
There you go.
But that's not why I don't grow it.
But that was behind me.
Okay. Susie loves rhubarb. She wants me to make
rhubarb
pie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Strawberry rhubarb pie.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah.
You know what you could do? Even make it even better than that? Honey strawberry rhubarb pie.
Okay.
Don't knock it till you've tried it.
Did you know strawberries aren't really berries?
It's just a way of adding additional sugar. And what could make something more better if you add butter and sugar?
Bacon.
It's more better.
But
you know what kind of sugar you add to bacon?
Honey.
Brown sugar.
Brown sugar and bacon. Yep.
And maple syrup. Maple syrup is a sugar. So you add sugar with sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah.
So
you
honey.
You haven't eaten in a long time. Lunch.
I had lunch at 11:30 this morning. It was that pork tenderloin gravy and mashed potatoes sandwich. It was good.
From who'd you go with?
Well, Nora's Cafe in Elkhorn.
Nora's?
And Nora. And that was with my brother-in-law, Jim, my nephew, Zach, and Susie. It's the thing we do on Sundays. Although we're thinking about changing it down to like once a month because we're coming into busy season.
But you'll be spending time in the pool?
No. Well, yes, but other things. We got other stuff.
Cool.
So, but anywho's, one of the biggest things is Sunday's the one day that we go out to eat, and Susie wants to go to other places than that one place. That's all they ever want.
I don't blame her.
So, yeah.
I would do a tour.
Yeah.
It's once a week. It's 52 places a year. You got more than 52 restaurants within a half-hour drive.
But most of them are fast food.
Some are good.
Or really expensive.
No.
Of course, that's kind of a subjective term nowadays, isn't it? When eggs are $7 a dozen.
Where have you been buying eggs for $7? The eggs have come back down in price.
Well, I was just at the grocery store yesterday. They were still $8 a dozen.
Then they're effing you because the egg prices have come down.
Yeah,
they're under $3.
Yeah, I haven't seen them that low yet.
They're under $3. They're effing you.
Tell
them stop effing you.
It's Easter. You know, at Easter they got to have eggs.
Walk in there, turn around, take your butt to them and do the Jim Carrey butt talking thing. Stop jamming it up my ass and get me the eggs for the right price.
Yeah. So, but
They're
anyway,
ripping you off. If that's the case, they're ripping you off. Egg prices are down.
So hopefully they will get down to the. No, I don't think we'll ever see 99-cent eggs anymore.
No, because they got the price up. Same thing they did with fuel.
Yes.
That's what I got.
Although
the fuel
came down.
Yeah, fuel came down too. Inflation came down. All this stuff came down. So you just listen to the news. That's your problem.
I don't listen to the news. I hate the news.
The news lies.
But anywho's, so
News
what else
lies.
is going on?
Well,
you have a list of things.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the list behind you. This is a different. Steve is into lists again today, it looks like.
Well, I list things out, Scott. And the reason I do that is so I know how to do things and do the things that I say I'm doing and not tell people, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing for 2 years now. And then it's not the same thing you've been doing for 2 years. Well, it's changing it. Yeah, we'll change it to the right thing. And if you
but it
put
didn't
that in
say
here,
the change until we did what you told me to do. Then it accepted the change.
Yeah, you need the key.
I didn't have the key because you have the key. You have all the keys.
You don't have it. It's not here.
Did you know I have a bucket of keys downstairs?
I believe that of you. And they're probably all old keys, and there's no labeling system on it at all. And it's literally a bucket, so they're not organized by
that is correct.
Older. So you don't even know which ones are in houses you don't even have.
They're yes, none of them are useful at all. I just save them because it's cool. There's a lot of keys. If people want to come and rip me off, they can go through that bucket and keep trying each one of them. By the time they get to the end, they'll be arrested.
Tell you what we'll do. I'll send you some epoxy and some molds, and you can put them in epoxy molds and just make little coasters, like little coasters or little trivets for your,
Steve, I don't have enough time to get my normal stuff done. Why would I do that?
Well, I've got a new. I see you added a list of things to do.
I did, but mine's really short.
So here's what mine was going to do. I was going to pull the weeds today.
Oh, wait. Let me do. Ladies and gentlemen, Steve had a list of things he was going to do today, and this is what he came up with.
Okay. I was going to pull weeds. I was going to replace the broken fan. Still didn't replace that. Here's the list. Pull the weeds, replace the broken fan, wash the inside of my car because I want to shampoo the seats. I was going to exercise. But that was 8 hours ago. And I was younger then and full of hope.
There you go.
So I didn't do any of it.
Yeah. I'm glad you put that in there because that'll tie up later.
So what were you going to do today when you were younger and full of hope?
I was going to play my game with the big event that we do on Sundays. Well, one of the big events.
But your computer was screwed up because it had a glitch last night. You couldn't get on, but you were doing the same thing you do every week to get on.
Different computer, Steve. This computer does not play the game. Computer is strictly for the show.
No, it isn't.
That's all I use.
Lie. That's a lie too.
That's true. It's for karaoke. This is my karaoke monitor.
That's a lie also. Yeah. This is the problem, Scott, because you're not lying to lie. You're lying because your crazy brain thinks that that's the truth.
But it is true.
And then you argue with me whether it's the truth or not, and we can never get to fixing it because you are so locked in over what you believe reality is.
But you know what reality is, Steve? I couldn't play my game today.
Because you tried doing the same thing you did last time.
Neither could anybody else on the server.
Because you tried doing the same thing you did last time.
Because our server for 3 days has been under a continuous DDoS attack.
People don't know what denial of service is.
Actually, it's a dedicated denial of service. That's even worse.
Yeah, well, you know what? If they wanted to shut it off, they could if it's dedicated.
Well, they shut the server down several times for hours.
Well,
trying to install new programs to stop it, and it's not.
Well, you know how you stop it since it's dedicated? You shut those IPs off.
Correct.
You don't allow those IPs to come through the firewall.
Yes, but here's the problem: they're not giving us all the information.
IPs?
They're saying that they think there's over 1,000 computers doing this.
Yeah, there's ways to shut that off.
Yeah. So the problem is they did it over the weekend. It was Friday afternoon that it started, and
the problem is it costs money to do that.
Well, that too, yes. So
that's the biggest problem.
You can log in, you start to do stuff, and 10 minutes later, everything's down.
Yeah, because they put 1 billion requests out there, and 1 billion's about right.
Yeah, it's astounding.
Yeah, that's all a denial of service attack is you find somewhere and you ask it a question, or you get a request. Hey, log me in. 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 But you do that 1 billion times in 1 second.
Right.
And the computer goes, I can't handle that.
That's right.
You can't handle the request.
And it's true. I couldn't handle it.
So since we're way past halftime, let's do your genuine positivity message.
Oh, we could do that.
We're gonna cut subjects way short here.
All right. Hope springs eternal. While there's life, there is hope. Just realize that these are famous sayings that we can cling to even today.
So that's not your.
It didn't come there. It's 2 separate sayings. One is for I had it, but when we rebooted the computer, it all went away. I had all the information up there already, so I knew what I was talking about. 1800s is the guy, or 1800s where the guy wrote the Hope Springs Eternal. Hey.
So these aren't. So this isn't an original, genuine positivity message. It's not an original.
Well, correct.
Message. It's a genuine positivity message, which is fine.
Yes.
We normally do.
I did 2 different together because they make sense together.
We normally give people credit or credit.
Yes.
Due. That's crazy.
Okay, they made a movie out of it. It's originally from Alexander Pope, 1688 to 1744. And he came up with the line, hope springs eternal in the human breast. Man never is, but always to be the best.
The human breast?
Yes, boobies. We like boobies.
Hope is a 1913 film. It's a Korean film also known as Wish. It's a 1913 South Korea drama directed by Lee Jong-ik, starring Sul Kyung-yu, Yoon Ji-won, and Lee Ray.
Okay, there's also a 2018 comedy drama called Hope Springs Eternal.
Well, this is just Hope. There's a 2019 Hope. Movie Hope.
I actually know a couple ladies named Hope.
I hope you do.
Yep. So, anywho's. Oh, wow.
There it is. Yeah, ice cream machine.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
We have an ice cream machine here.
At the house or at work?
Out there. So funny, I ran out there with $1 and the guy laughed at me. He goes, dude, they're not that price anymore.
No, not even close.
He goes, maybe when you were a kid, but now not so much.
Yeah. I remember getting bomb pops for $0.25.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were good.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a popsicle when I get done with the show.
I'm thinking about maybe having a cookie. Actually, technically, it's 2 cookies with a lot of ice cream in the middle.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah, they're really nummy.
So Honda made a new motorcycle.
Does it go zoom, zoom?
They showed it. They showed it at the beginning of the month at the Honda something in Japan. But I'm going to show you the silhouette. Okay, there's the silhouette of it.
Okay.
What do you think that is? That's a motorcycle.
Dragon?
It's a Honda motorcycle.
Yep. Looks like a dragon.
Kind of. It's more of a Pokemon.
Oh, my goodness. A Pokemon motorcycle.
A Pokemon motorcycle. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
The tires have those funky little things on it, too?
Yeah, it's not made to ride.
Yeah, I'd say
I wish
so.
They had a better shot. They had a better shot of the kind of see it, you know. They had a good shot, but I couldn't find the good shot. Kind of cool though. See that's the fender. The tire's actually down here.
I see it now, yeah.
See, tire fender. Kind of cool.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, somebody will pay the money for it. Guarantee it.
Yeah, I can imagine riding that around. There's a better shot of it. They got the wings on and everything now. You like the kickstand? How far it's got to come out?
Yeah, I see that.
It's kind of cool, though.
I don't know if you ever saw my Honda with the dragon fairing.
Pokemon. No, I didn't. You had a Honda with a dragon fairing?
Yep. Susie painted the dragon on it for me.
Nice.
Yep. It looked pretty cool. Unfortunately, it was not automotive paint. It was, can't remember what kind she used. It was on a fiberglass fairing, and red fades quickly in the sun. So
you
year 3, it was pinky instead of red.
Couldn't spray it with a sealer?
No. This is when we were back living on the farm back in the 80s. So
back in the 80s. Back in the USSR.
There was no place to put a vehicle indoors. Everything was done outside.
Yep. You had a lot of outdoors, though.
Yep. All right. What else do we got?
Our last subject.
Ooh. It's one of the few things I drink is Fireball whiskey.
How'd you like a lifetime supply?
It'd be wasted on me because, I have a bottle a year.
Yeah, well, guess what? Let me show you the fine print.
Oh. It's a lifetime supply as long as you don't live for more than 38 weeks.
Read the stuff in white. Is that big enough for you?
Yep. Tell us what makes you or your nominee the perfect person to keep life mischievous at 90 plus.
That's right. You got to be over 90 to enter. What makes you or your nomination mischievous at 90 plus? Upload your photo of you or the person you are nominating in Fireball. Person in the photo must be 90 plus years of age at the time of judging. So they're going to judge the photos for the best one. And then give a person who's 90 plus a lifetime supply of Fireball.
There you go. Wouldn't it be funny if it was one of those people that lived 100 and a quarter? That would shock the hell out of them.
Still, it's funny.
Yeah. Not only
that's one way to get advertising now.
How much are they going to drink at that age either?
What it was good with Fireball? I forgot what they made Fireball. I had a drink and it was Fireball and something else. It was actually really good. It was a rum. It was a Fireball and a rum, and it was actually really good. I don't remember what it was though. But yeah, it was a good drink. The rum kind of took the bite of the Fireball because it was like a another one. But
we can't end the show yet.
Why? We can't save them for next week?
Well, I suppose we could, but Susie wants to eat some of these.
Then don't. Too bad. She can wait.
I got a whole bag of different flavors.
Well, why didn't you put it in the subject line?
I forgot.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I deal with all the time. I tell them to write it down. Okay, Scott.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I deal with all the time. You ought to see how Steve gets.
Do it.
No, it's okay. We can wait till next week.
No, Susie wants to eat them. Do it.
If I leave them up here, she'll forget. Besides, I bought her licorice too.
And they'll be hard and no good.
Hi, these are for Easter. It's not Easter yet. You're silly.
Well, are you going to do it next show or are you going to do it now? I've completely stopped the show for you.
Well, no, because there's only one last thing, and that would be the word of the week.
I've completely stopped the show. We can add this subject in.
Okay, we'll do this. Here we go. I did not get all the flavors because
there's too many. How many were there? Yes. How many were there available in your store? When I go and I look, just so you know, there's at least 12.
That's what I was going to say. There were 12 different flavors there. So the Tropical Punch, if you'll notice, is a different shaped package. I don't know why it's a different shaped package, but it is. Okay.
Well, you want to know why?
Yes, I do. Different shape?
Yeah.
Yes, because these are bunnies. These are bunnies. That's why. See, I didn't even look at that. I just saw peeps. Okay. Rice Krispie treats. Really? Rice Krispie treats. I don't think they're Rice Krispie treats, though.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, that's right, because I get to eat one now, right? Okay, hang on.
You got to eat one of each.
Oh, yeah, but then I will have open packages,
That's how
and it'll get
yeah.
hard.
Then you go downstairs, you put them in a plastic Ziploc.
Yes, Steve, that's exactly what I would do. I'm glad you're here.
Those are well, you wouldn't
Okay.
do it.
This is
You would have hard one.
Rice Krispie treats. No shit, it tastes like a Rice Krispie treat, and there's no Rice Krispies in it.
Oh, it's not crunchy like Rice Krispie treat?
No, but it tastes like a Rice
like
Krispie treat.
That's pretty cool. Okay.
Mhm.
That was cool. I like that one.
Okay.
Now, does it taste like the marshmallow Rice Krispie treat, or does it just
Yes.
taste like Rice Krispies?
Tastes like the marshmallow Rice Krispie treat.
That's pretty
without
good.
the crunch.
Oh, you know what I saw today that they were making Rice Krispie treats out of? Potato chips.
Oh, it's green, so you can't really read this. It is sour watermelon.
Yeah. They were making Rice Krispie treats, but instead of putting Rice Krispies on the marshmallow, they were putting Ruffles potato chips.
I don't know if I'd go for that or not.
Interesting, huh?
All right. First things first.
First things first.
This is
sour.
Sour watermelon. It's green, so you can't see anything, right?
I can kind of see it, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a turd.
It is pink in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of a turd. Kind of looks like a turd on the screen.
Sour watermelon.
Doesn't look sour. I'm not seeing a sour reaction from you.
Okay. I eat a lot of sour stuff. This has got just a hint of sour. It's not very soury.
How about the watermelon?
It does taste watermelon.
Okay.
Good.
You know how else you can do watermelon? I've told you this. Cucumbers. And you dip them in sugar. Oh, the cotton candy ones. How many did you get? How many
6.
packages?
And I can't eat them all.
Which ones you going to eat then? All right, we got 4 left to pick from. We got cotton candy. Dr. Pepper. Okay.
Goobers is like, what are you doing? You're making the night kind of.
You got the bunny rabbits.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I only got 5.
All right, we went to bunny rabbits. What was the bunny rabbit flavor?
This is the other one.
What was the bunny rabbit flavor?
Bunny rabbit flavor was tropical.
Okay, I don't want to do the tropical. It's a toss-up between Dr. Pepper and cotton candy. I think the Dr. Pepper, because I want to see if it's fizzy.
Okay. Didn't you eat the cotton? What did you eat? You ate one of something.
It was a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
It was like 2 years ago.
All right. Here's Dr. Pepper. Joy of every little girl. Okay. You see his little peepee face?
I don't see no eyes on him. Oh, there they are.
Yeah. Yeah, they're on the side.
Way out to the side on him.
Yeah. Tastes like Dr. Pepper.
That's amazing. That's funny.
Awesome. You know the strawberry cream Dr. Pepper?
Yeah.
Reminds me of that because of the marshmallow.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. No strawberry, but the marshmallow sort of gives the creamy with the Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Shit,
right,
this is going to make me pee all night for doing this now. This is too much sugar this late.
Sorry we were late, but that's it. But that kind of ties into our word of the week.
It does.
Can you pronounce our word of the week?
I can.
What is it?
It's a spectasshole.
Put a peep in your mouth and do it.
I have a peep in my mouth. That's why it came out that way. Spectasshole.
Yep. And what do you think that means?
Well, I'm going to say it's somebody who has an attitude that thinks they're so good at something and they screw up so bad, it was a spectacular screw up and they're an asshole, so it's a spectasshole.
Close.
Yeah.
If you're watching a sporting event, what are you?
A spectator.
Okay. And if you are heckling the people on the field,
Oh,
What
I
are
see
you?
where this is going. You're an asshole.
there you go.
So you're a spectator asshole. Spectasshole. I can. It works.
So those guys who are dicks out there, the people who are performing, that's what they are. They're spectassholes.
Yes.
So with that,
All
I
right.
want to say, hopefully next week Scott will write some of this stuff down. No, he won't. Hopefully next week I will just get on sooner to share and go, all right, click through the stuff you click so I can see that it's not the same, even though you're saying they're the same. 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 And you said they're the same, Scott, not an exaggeration, at least 10 times. More than
I
10.
agree.
And they weren't the same, were they?
They were and they were not. They started out right and then they changed. I don't know why they changed.
No, they're not the same. The top one says something completely different than the middle one. They are not the same. All three fields are different. I
They're
can't deal
different,
with this anymore.
Steve.
Thank you for watching.
And if you feel our show's not a bad life decision,
It is. It is. Please subscribe, like, watch our other shows and channels. Go down there to the
is
more
it down
section.
there? It's down there. It's
Go
not
down
up
to more
there.
section.
What's really weird is when I'm doing the editing, it's up there. But then it comes down here when I show the show. It's really weird.
It hasn't changed, folks. He just thinks it's moving around. It just let him go. Steve.
Damn, it's all the drugs from the 60s. Oh, wait, I didn't do drugs in the 60s. Oh, well.
Goose Raba. Live every day, and we'll see you on the next show.
Be genuinely positive, live and love life, and have a good one.
Crazy, and just it remains me.